Hello and a warm welcome to News Across Nigeria, where we inform you on what's happening now across the Nigerian Federation. I am Olumide Macaulay. On today's program, the Chief of Army Staff visits troops in the front lines. The Nigeria Population Commission begins demarcation of enumeration centers in Yobe State. And also, Governor Ayodele Fayose lights up Ikere-Ekiti and commissions road projects. We begin with security, where the Nigerian Army says that its troops have rescued 1,890 persons held captive by Boko Haram terrorists at various locations within the last 2 weeks. Now, a press statement to that effect issued by the Acting Director, Army Public Relations, Colonel Sam Usman, states that it includes 800 Nigerian refugees, that is that number, that crossed to Cameroon and were brought back to Banki town in Nigeria by troops of 21 Brigade. The statement adds that troops of 121 Task Force conducted joint patrols with Cameroonian forces in which they rescued 17 women and 28 children. According to the Army, its troops also liberated 350 people, including 5 Cameroonian girls that were held hostage by the Boko Haram terrorists in Demaria, Dikwa and Mafa local government areas. Still on security, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai, has visited Sector 3 of the multinational Joint Task Force stationed in the Basa area of Borno State, that is Baga area of Borno State in northeast Nigeria. The Army Chief's visit is the first since Baga became the Sector 3 headquarters of the multinational Joint Task Force. Last year, an unspecified number of soldiers attached to 118 and 157 Battalion were killed after they came under intense attack from Boko Haram terrorists in Gudumbali.
Highly motivated troops of the Nigerian Army displaying for their boss, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai, at the Sector 3 headquarters of the multinational Joint Task Force in Baga, Borno State. The Chief of Army Staff is in the area to obtain first-hand information on the welfare of his troops.
I'm very much aware of the challenges that you have faced, especially with 118 and 157 battalions. The incidents of this unit were highly unfortunate, but since those incidences, the brigade commander has taken steps to address those challenges.
The Army Chief has also been consulting with the Borno Adults Forum, a group that requested that a previous administration grant amnesty to terrorists as well as withdraw the military joint task force from Maiduguri and other areas of the state over alleged human rights abuses. After a closed-door meeting with military authorities, the elders declined to reveal the outcome of the meeting. They, however, called on Boko Haram to sheathe their swords and promote peace.
I have my call for all Boko Haram people to say what they are pursuing is neither Islam nor Nigerian law. So they should forget and join the rest of us and live well.
Hopefully, these engagements, as expected, will begin to turn out to positive results in the Northeast in the coming days and months.
And still in the northern region of the country, members of the Islamic movement in Nigeria have vowed not to appear before the National Human Rights Commission panel investigating the violent clash between them and the Nigerian army. In a statement issued by the group's spokesman, Ibrahim Musa, and made available to Channels Television, the Shiites said the reason they will not appear before the panel was due to the fact that its impartiality has been compromised and therefore it will not be fair to them. They also insist that the tenure of the Commission's governing council had expired as at the time of the setting up of the panel. According to the statement, under the rules of the Commission, the Executive Secretary of the Commission lacks the constitutional power to decide on petitions, cases and complaints of violations of human rights received from individuals or groups. Elsewhere, the National Population Commission has flagged off the enumeration area demarcation in Yobe State, but also in northeast Nigeria, ahead of the 2017 census. During the flag-off ceremony, the Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Mr. Dawa Megari, believes the agency will actualize a credible and acceptable census in 2017.
This is a flagging off of Phase 2 of the Enumerate Area Demarcation exercise in Yobe State. The National Population Commission says the aim of this event is to ensure effective head count ahead of the 2017 population census in the state.
The second phase of the EAD is now taking place in 29 local government areas, in 29 states of the Federation, not covered under the pilot test in December 2014, and the first phase in 2015. The selected local government in Yobe State is Fortiskum local government area.
The Commissioner insists that this exercise forms the basis for planning, execution, deployment of personnel, logistics, and the post-enumeration survey, as well as demarcating small units for easy coverage.
Adequate logistics are being put in place for effective deployment of personnel and materials during the EAD exercise in the selected LGS. Vehicles for the movement of the demarcators and the materials are being provided.
The Yobe State government is happy that the Commission is collaborating with UNICEF on the project in order to include all children.
We are optimistic that the Commission, with the support of all well-meaning Nigerians, is capable of conducting credible and acceptable national census, which all Nigerians will be proud of, come 2017. In this regard, I would like to call on the people of Fortiskum local government, particularly the country chairman and his members, traditional, religious, and community leaders, to give the Commission their support and the cooperation.
The government wants citizens in the state to support the Commission throughout the entire exercise.
You're watching News Across Nigeria. Coming up, the governor of Nasarawa State meets the heads of tertiary institutions. Please stay with us.